So we're expecting the minister to address the issue of the bracket creep. We've seen that 3 years in a row, we haven't had a relief on the bracket creep, where if you are earning at a certain bracket and then your salary is adjusted in line with inflation, which doesn't necessarily mean it's a salary increase, then you get pushed to the next bracket and then you are taxed more. So basically you are taking less than you should ordinarily be taking. We're also expecting the minister to speak about economic growth. We've seen in the past decade that the economy has not grown by 2%. Last year, May, when he was presenting his budget, he said the economy will grow by 1.5%. We've seen in the second quarter it grew by 0.9%. Third quarter it grew by 0.5%, far below his own estimate. So it's clear that for the year he will not achieve the 1.5%. But even that 1.5% literally is nothing compared to the population that we have in the country. The unemployment rate still remains well over at 32%, and then the expanded unemployment rate is sitting at over 40%, far much higher than it was during a COVID-19 pandemic. So the minister really has to come up with a plan of how he's going to grow the economy, because growing the economy means that a lot of people will now get employment, and then he'll keep down the unemployment rate, he'll keep down the poverty, and he will keep down the inequality that is happening in this country. If he doesn't address those issues, then he's as good as nothing. But we know that the minister really tried to come up with a socialist budget. I mean socialist because it was going to work for the people of South Africa. But then the IMF came to him and said it's not going to happen. Go and read the statement that IMF issued on the 19th of February, where it says the minister must continue with the austerity budget. So today, we'll not be shocked that the minister is just going to continue with the fiscal framework that will not see this country coming out of the crisis we find ourselves in. And actually, it confirms what you've always been saying. The minister has got no power. He listens to the IMF, and there it is. The statement of 19 February is going to be the budget that is going to be presented today by the Minister of Finance, Godongwana.